Hi everyone, we're going to learn how to write an equation of a line perpendicular to another line. And it's similar to what we did in the previous video. We're writing an equation of a line parallel to another line. The only thing is we're going to have to find the slope of this line, and we have to use the slope as the negative reciprocal. So the negative reciprocal is going to be negative, and you flip the fraction here, 3/1. So that's all you have to do, and then this actually is -3. And then you don't have to really look at this anymore. Don't let that confuse you. You're just trying, instead of them giving you the slope, they're making you find it first. And then you already know what to do. Again, I'm going to use both methods like I did in the video, so you can use which method you want. This is method 1. We're going to use point slope form. And in method 2, we're going to use slope-intercept form. We should get the same answers. All right. So I'm going to write my point slope form. This is y minus 1 equals -3 times x minus a -3. It's going to be 3 plus 3. Clean it up. Add 1 to both sides so you can get y by itself, because we're going to have to write this eventually in y equals mx plus b form, slope-intercept form. So we're going to have -3x plus 8. And that's your answer. And for method 2, we start with slope-intercept. Y equals -3x plus b. We plug in our x and y values, so we're going to get 1 equals -3 times -3 plus b, which means 1 equals -9 plus b, plus 9. Sorry, two negatives make a positive. Subtract 9 from both sides, and you get -8. So -8 equals b. So what happened here is when I look over here and I added 1 to both sides, I was trying to do so much in my head. That's really -8. So that's going to help me out here. You all probably already noticed that. Okay, so now we're going to write this as y equals, we're plugging this back into the original, y equals -3x minus 8. And that's why sometimes I like method 2 better. And personally, I probably make more mistakes with method 1, but we're going to do both methods. We're going to do another easy one, then we're going to use the ones in standard form. So I don't know how easy this is, but let's use 4, 7, and we're going to use, 3, 7. I cannot write. I'm trying to look at the book while we do this. So 3, 7, and we have y equals 3/4 x minus 1. Okay, so we're looking for perpendicular lines, and I'm going to look at this, and I'm just going to flip it and switch the sign. It was positive, so now it's negative. So my slope is -4/3. Now I don't have to look at that anymore, and I'm just going to use point slope form and slope-intercept form to write the equation. So we have y minus 7 equals -4/3 x minus 3. And then clean it up, simplify. 4/3 x plus 4. Two negatives make a positive. I'm going to add my 7. Hopefully I can do this right. So that's going to be 11. Now, let me do it the way I like to do it. Y equals -4/3 x plus b. Plug in your 7 and your x and your y. This is your x and your y. And just be careful to keep this straight because y goes first here. So you have 7 equals -4. You multiply this, you get -4 plus b. Add the 4 to both sides. And you're going to get b equals 11 because that will cancel. Then you just plug this back in up here. y equals negative 4/3 x plus 11. And it does match. These two match. Okay. And let's do a little more difficult one. Let's try 6 comma negative 1. And we have 3y plus 3y plus x equals 3. I'm going to rewrite this as 3y equals negative x plus 3. I just subtracted x from both sides and divide everything by 3. We don't really care about all that. So all I have to do is flip it. So that's 3 over 1, and it's going to be positive. So that is a 3. My slope is 3, and I really don't have to look at that anymore, unless I made a mistake. Hopefully I didn't. Okay, so we're going to have y minus negative 1 equals 3 times x minus 6. We're doing both ways. So we get y plus 1 equals 3x minus 18, which is y equals 3x minus 19, because you're subtracting 1 from both sides. Now, let's do the other way. Y equals 3x plus b, negative 1, looks like a 7. So, negative 1 equals 3 times 6 plus b. Negative 1 equals 18 plus b. Subtract 18 from both sides, and we get b equals negative 19. So when you plug this in, clearly it's going to equal the same thing, 3x minus 19. And these two match here. Let's do one more. Let's try one with a 0 in it. How's that? 0 comma negative 1. And we have 5x minus y equals 3. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this as negative y equals negative 5x plus 3. I'm going to negate it. So you get y equals 5x minus 3. Now, since we're talking about perpendicular lines, I'm going to go ahead and write this 5 in fraction form. I'm going to flip it and switch the sign. And this is the negative reciprocal, and that's going to be our slope. So we're going to use both methods to find the equation of the line. It just depends on what your teacher asks you to do. Method 1 and method 2. If they don't care, pick the one that you like the best. So this will be y plus minus a negative 1 equals negative 1/5 x minus 0. So y plus 1 equals negative 1/5 x. So y equals negative 1/5 x minus 1. And we're, again, subtracting 1 from both sides. Method 2, I'm going to write y equals negative 1/5 x plus b, and I'm going to plug in my y and my 0 here, my x. So this gives me negative 1 equals 0 plus b. So negative 1 equals b. I plug that back in, and I get the same. I'm going to just write it over here under here. Y equals negative 1/5 x minus 1. So I just plug this. I just basically am taking this and writing a plus and negative 1. And these are the same. And that's all. And I hope you all have a nice day.